Hello friends, this is Amit. Welcome to my new channel, The Unusual Gadget. In this channel, I will try to feature the gadgets which are unusual in their own way. Guys, every invention out there has been passed to this unusual title once. From that discovery of electricity to the invention of mobile phone, just everything. So in this channel, I will try to bring you the ideas. I will try to bring you the tips which will help you to make your common gadget to stand into that unusual title. Hopefully, guys, you will enjoy the content on this channel. So again guys, as this is my first video, I am experimenting it with my newly built up PC. I built a PC for myself in this lockdown situation thanks to the Nextech PC for making me available all the parts which I needed to build the machine. I will drop all the details about the shop below in the description. Again guys, I could have easily gone with the any high-end laptop by adding 5 to 10k extra into the amount which I have spent to build this machine. But by my personal experience, I came to know that no laptop can even come close to the customizable machine. You will get best performance, and this type of machines are easily upgradable. So I decided to build performance PC for myself. So in this video, I will try to explain you the parts which I have selected to build this machine, and at the end of the video I will tell you about that one gadget which I have connected to this setup to get it fitted into that unusual title. Hopefully guys, you will like the video. If you like the video, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you are having any suggestion for me, please drop your suggestion into the comment section. I will take each and every comment in a positive manner to improve myself for the next video. Yeah, as this is my first video, intro went so long, sorry for that. Let's begin with the video. So let's begin with the cabinet. The cabinet which I have selected for this system is from the Corsair brand. The model is Spec Delta RGB. It costed me something around 6,000, but trust me guys, it justifies its amount. It has pretty decent tempered at side, 3 fans in the front which are RGB, 1 fan at the rear which is non-RGB. The quality of switches, ports, material is really good. The cable management is possible thanks to the holes provided to route the wires. RGB fans are fancy and provide awesome look to it. But remember, if you are going with this cabinet, then make sure your motherboard has RGB header, because this cabinet does not come with any inbuilt RGB controller. So you need to think about that. If you are building a PC, I will not recommend you to go with any unbranded cabinet, because cabinet is like, home to all your PC components. So choose your cabinet wisely. Also check online prices before considering any local shop, because you might will get better deal over there. So for the power supply, I again went with the Corsair brand. It's a 550 watt power supply. Model is VS550. It's a perfect match, or I would say more than enough for the components which I have selected for this build. It's all you need to run your component flawlessly. Always remember, power supply is directly proportional to the components you have selected for the build. So always consider power supply at the last once you're done with all component selection part. So it will be easier for you to select the right power supply for your build. So now let's talk about the heart of the computer system, the motherboard. You might have seen out of 10, 7 people are suggesting you to go with the Tomahawk. It's not just because it's a popular one, but the feature and the quality it provides, it's just a top notch. It's definitely upgradable and capable of handling Ryzen 9 also, but I will not recommend it for the Ryzen 9. But yeah, you can easily upgrade it till Ryzen 7, and trust me, it will not disappoint you. So I went with the MSI Tomahawk Max B450. It has everything which I needed for this build. The quality, number of ports, RGB headers. It has good VRAM. Gamers should consider VRAM of motherboard before proceeding, because it's all you need from the motherboard while playing a games on higher rate. It has 4 USB 2.0 port, 2 USB 3.2 generation 1 port. If you want to build a decent system, then you will also find me into those 7 people suggesting you to go with the Tomahawk. If you have no budget issue and wants to go with the Ryzen 9 or GTX 2080 graphics card, then you can skip this board and consider X570 series. The processor which I have selected for this build is from the AMD Ryzen 5 3500. It comes with 6 core 6 thread. Again, while choosing a processor, first define your work and task priorities. For me, I wanted a build for my day-to-day office stuffs plus my editing and casual gaming. So I wanted a processor which is capable of handling my tasks without any issue. And considering the price point, Ryzen 5 35 was offering what I needed. 6 core 6 thread, handles the processing in very well manner. I have not found any issue till now with my casual to heavy work tasks. This is really good processor in the budget of 10 to 12,000. In future, I will try to upgrade the processor to Ryzen 7, but till now I am very much satisfied with the performance I am getting from the 5 3500. 3500 comes with the fan added by AMD. Fan is quite decent and does the decent job of cooling. But if you are thinking about overclocking, then I will suggest you to go with aftermarket air coolers. I am thinking to add the one. I will try to make the video on it. The RAM I have selected is from G-Skill brand. It's a RGB variant. It costed me something around 11,000 and it went really good with my expectations. The package contained 2 8GB of RAM sticks. Guys, you really do not need to spend this much on a RAM. You can easily save money by going with non-RGB standard variant. The standard variant of RAM will cost you something around 3,500 to 3,700 for 8GB. You can consider brands like Corsair, ADATA, HyperX. But while selecting RAM, make sure that it has memory frequency of minimum 3000 MHz for the better performance. Below 3000 MHz, I will not recommend any for gaming build at least. I went with this RGB variant just for its looks. The brushed aluminum looks amazing. The build quality is top notch. The RGB lights are super vibrant. And performance wise, it's just stunning, man. It is the best RAM available and it comes with lifetime warranty. I'm planning to add 2 more sticks of 8GB in the future. Now let's talk about the component which actually adds life into your build. The graphics card I am talking about. The graphics card which I have selected is from Gigabyte. It's a RX 570. Yeah, I know it's an older one in 2020, but guys, for the budget gaming build, it's a bang for each rupee you paid. It will allow you to play games in 1080p with 60 frames per second. It handles almost all AAA title games. For the price of rupees 12,500, you are getting a decent quality product as well as the performance. It offers metal plate on top, RGB effects for branding and fan status. It's dynamic and will indicate the status of fan. This feature is really cool. In 2020 also, I would highly recommend the RX 570 if you are looking for the decent graphics card in the budget. The keyboard I have attached to my machine is from the Redgear. Honestly speaking, I was confused while selecting the keyboard for my setup. I was searching keyboard on Amazon and found this one with the lots of positive reviews, so I decided to go with it. And guys, believe me or not, I was really shocked by seeing the quality of keyboard when I first held it out of the box. Just look at it. It comes with 7 LED effects. Again, LEDs are bright enough, but they are not irritating to the eyes. It's a decent keyboard with really good premium features. The build quality is quite good considering its low price. I got it from Amazon for rupees 1300 something. You will get mechanical like feel from the keys provided. To be honest, I didn't find any cons. But one thing you have to keep in mind that you have to work with backlight on all the time because reading keys without backlight is very difficult. You can surely go with it. It's the best keyboard to complete your setup. The mouse I'm using with this setup is from the Logitech brand. It's wireless, it's silent, it's smooth and provides minimalistic look to the setup. Again guys, it's not a gaming mouse. I purchased it just for my day-to-day casual task. For me, it's perfect according to my use. I'm planning to buy Logitech G502 Lightspeed gaming mouse in the future, but as of now, it is in my wish list. As it's quite expensive for me, but you know, It known for its accuracy and that, you know, legendary mouse tag. So I just want to experience it once. Now let's talk about this mouse. It really good compact mouse by Logitech. Attach it with your PC or laptop, it will not disappoint you. But for mouse, I will always suggest you to select the mouse from your personal preference, because mouse comes under personal comfort choice. So go with the one you feel comfortable while operating. So guys, this is the device I was talking about. I have connected this AV receiver from Yamaha to my setup, and guys, I have no words to explain the overall experience I am getting from this setup. It's just next level. 5.1 surround sound is just amazing. Edit videos, watch movies on Netflix, play video games, do anything you want. The experience you will be getting from this receiver is just immersive. You will hardly find PC setups like this. I mean, true surround sound system enabled PCs on YouTube. This actually makes my setup stand into that unusual mark. I will make separate video of it for how I have managed to connect this to my PC. So guys, till now this is it. See you in the next video soon. Thanks for watching.